Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is Brother Yatabia Wa'ala coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. Lord's will, it's edifying, but basically, we can see Ease getting ready to make his move. All right, everything in the media going on with the Kanye West, Kyrie Irving. All right, just this whole so-called anti-Semitism. All right, and then primarily it's aimed at the prophets who, Esau just likes to paint that broad brush of anti-Semitism, but when you actually go into the word, and go to the etymology and figure out what this man's really trying to say, he has no basis. It makes no sense. All right, but that's what he does. All right, that's his propaganda that he pushes, and ultimately it's what to demonize and to bring on the persecution. All right, now this is actually prophecy. When we go into it, I got this article lined up. All right, and I'm just gonna read a couple bits of it. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but you pretty much get the gist of it. All right, but this is dated November 11th, 2022 from hstoday.us. And it says, full force of the FBI committed to stopping violent hate-fueled attacks, Ray tells ADL. And the ADL is the Anti-Defamation League, all right, which labels certain groups hate groups. And what would you know that, there's a lot of Hebrew Israelite groups that are in that, category of hate group, all right? But see, the thing is, the true believers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the ones that are bringing out the true doctrine, all right, according to the scriptures, all right, that's all in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, all right. The things we're speaking is all in the scriptures, all right. It's the Heavenly Father's words. So if you want to take, a stance of getting at what we're saying, you have to go to the source, all right. But nonetheless, like the scriptures say, and we're going to get into it, they're going to attack the messengers, all right? They're going to go after the prophets, all right? And when you read this, it says, so-called anti-Semitic threats are coming from all sides, but the FBI is hitting back at them full force with multiple FBI programs currently laser focused on the problem, all right? So he's taking notice. All right, and he's been taking notice. It says FBI Director Christopher Wray told the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, Never is Now Summit in New York on Thursday. It says anti-Semitism remains a pervasive and present fact, Wray said, and we at the FBI see up close day in and day out the actions that the hatred drives. Jewish people continue to face repeated violence and very real threats from all kinds of actors simply for being who they are. All right? Now, yada, yada, yada. Like I said, you can read this if you want. Lord's will, I'll put it in the description box. But it says, so what can we do? This is the very, end of it. It says, and we'll always do is bring the full force of the FBI and our partners to bear across the country and in every community. All right? When someone threatens or commits violence, we don't let up. And like the Nazi hunters in OSI, our memory is long. We never forget. All right? But what's the point? They're bringing full force. With someone who threatens violence, and we don't threaten violence. We tell you that, hey, the Lord is gonna do this. All right, the scriptures say, "Wait ye upon me." All right, we don't take anything into our own hands. All right, hey, this is all of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay, but what does this mean? All right, this means persecution. All right, persecution. Revelations 12:12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath." And who is the devil? The so-called white man. All right, the little hats, the ones that created that term, anti, you know what? All right, but he's coming down. Why? Because he has great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So him being exposed at an all-time level, and him trying to paint it as anti, well, it's backfiring because he's being exposed. All right, you can paint the picture, you can try and tell us or tell the people, sway the people that it's some type of terrorism. All right, but hey, you're being exposed. All right, Esau is being exposed. So then, and now what? After he labels, the prophets, because this is primarily for the prophets. All right. After he labels them so-called domestic terrorists, what's he gonna do? He's gonna come down with great wrath. But he needs that label. All right. And this is what he's gonna do. This is what he's getting ready to do. All right. That's why you see a lot in the news about domestic terrorism, this, that, and the third. January 6th. All right. This is all geared towards the prophets. Revelations 2 and 9. Yahweh Shai speaking, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. All right. And primarily this is going into our people, the ones who basically are hypocrites, who knew they're Israelites. All right. But they weren't doing anything that, was supposed to be done. All right. Because really, who did they worship? Satan. But this is twofold going into Esau, all right? Because does he have tribulation? Does he have poverty? All right? And he also says he is the people. Okay, but what are they really? They're really the synagogue of Satan, all right? But this is the point, verse 10. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, all right? And we understand who the devil is, okay? Those small hats, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It says that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right, so this is prophecy, and we can see it being playing out. All right, we can see Esau getting ready to make his move. All right, but we have to be in that mentality to what? To be ready for these things. All right, this is the knowledge and wisdom right here to be stability, to be stable in the times to come. All right, being out there, proclaiming the word. All right, giving the testimony of Yahweh Shai makes you a target. All right, scriptures say, he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, roughly paraphrasing. All right, now we're a target. What? We're a target from Esau, Edom. Okay, now this is going to happen. This is going to happen where he's going to put some of us into prison. But what does Yahweh Shai say? You shall have tribulation 10 days. Does that mean exactly 10 days? No, it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be months, it could be a year. It's just a period of time. But it says what? Be thou faithful unto death. So even if you're presented death, be faithful to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and he will give us a crown of life. All right. So if that's our lot, we have to understand that Yahweh Shai is going to be with us every step of the way, not giving us more than we can bear. All right. And plus a crown of life is waiting for us. All right. So if these things happen, which they will, you have to understand that this is all prophecy. This is all written, all right? And he's just about out of there, all right? He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, all right? And if we overcome that persecution, all right, and what Esau tries to, falsely accuse us of, tries to offer us, all right, tries to hurt us, if we overcome, a crown of life is waiting, all right? John 15 and 20. It says, I'll start at verse 18. And the title is Disciples' Relation to the World. It says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. All right? And the world is going to hate us because they hate Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. This whole world, this whole society is in league with the devil. All right? Because the devil is the one who runs it. Okay? It says, if you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right? So these people are going to hate us. And he's going to paint the picture to set this up. All right? It says, remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, all right, they persecuted Yahweh Shai. They will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So this is coming. Yahweh Shai is warning us, all right? This is knowledge and wisdom. If you can receive it, these things are coming. So we have to be ready, all right? It says, but all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake. So this is all for Yahweh Shai, all right? But we know Yahweh Shai is true. We know he is faithful. And we know he's coming to mess this man up, take him out of power, all right? So we have to just play our part. Because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. All right? And this is just the fact of the matter. They hate us. They hate Yahweh Shai. They hate Yahweh. All right. What do you think's going to happen to men that do that? All right. That think like that. They're going to be taken out of power. Okay. But hey, these things that must happen, they must happen because it's prophecy. 2 Timothy 3:12. Yea, and all that live godly in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution. All right. Actually, let me read up a little bit. Verse 11. Persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch. And who is this? I believe this is Paul, right? I believe so. 2 Timothy. Yeah, I think it's Paul. But it says, persecutions, and it lets you know everything that he's going through. Persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra, which persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me. And that's what we have to remember. The Lord will deliver us. All right? Has any trusted in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and been confounded? No, not one. All right? Yea, and all that live godly in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach shall suffer persecution. All right? So this is going to happen. Esau is about to make his move. But the main thing is we have to be ready. All right? We have to be stable. We have to have our foundation. And our foundation is what? Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, these scriptures and hope. Okay? And I'll end off on this. This is Matthew 5:10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. All right? So, hey, if we're persecuted for bringing out the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, then so be it. Because what does the Lord tell us? Hey, we're blessed. All right? And our inheritance is waiting for us. Blessed are ye, our crown of life. It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. All right? And this is what's happening. All right? And this is what's going to happen. But it's for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and it is falsely. All right? We're not domestic terrorists. We're not, any type of terrorists, so-called anti-Semitic. We are Shemitic, and we're like the Elder Yashawamba goes, we're in the spirit of Shem. All right, we're calling upon the same power that Shem called upon. All right, but it says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. All right, hey, great is our reward. All right, if this is what we have to befall, hey, great is our reward. And remember, all the prophets of old have done this. All right, they have gone through this. But you know what? Hey, you have to make a stand. Living in this world, you have to make a stand for something. They have that word, so like they have that saying in the world. Stand for something or fall for anything. All right? It's roughly something like that. All right? But we're making a stand for righteousness, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, for a kingdom that is going to, far outweigh, far exceed anything that's on this plane. All right? It's going to be in righteousness. The wicked, he's about to be taken out of power. All right, the tribulations we go through, the being hated, being persecuted, all right, the things we go through in our body, being killed, all right, being poisoned. We're not gonna have to deal with that when Yahweh Shai comes back and the kingdom is established. All right, and this is what we're making a stand for, because this world is polluted, it is wicked, and the ones who run it are wicked. All right, so if we make a stand against that, and a stand for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, hey, that's worth it. All right. We come into this thing and we present our bodies a living sacrifice, but it's all for righteousness. All right. It's worth it. And what did Yahweh Shai say? Hey, great is your reward in heaven. All right. Great is your reward. So we have nothing to worry about. All right. But we have to understand and stay, level-headed and understand these things are coming. All right? Expect them. Hey, but Lord's will, this was edifying. Once again, call Halayim Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and Abba Babal.